Listen up. I'm only going to say this once. My name is Ibrahim Traoré, and I am the president of Burkina Faso. I'm here today to speak out about something that has been burning in my heart and in the hearts of millions across Africa. We are done staying silent. We are done bowing down. We are done letting foreign powers treat our continent like their playground. A few days ago, a message came out. They say it came from Benjamin Netanyahu, the Prime Minister of Israel. He supposedly warned African leaders to fall in line or face consequences. Whether he said it or not, I don't care. The message was loud and clear. Some people still think they can threaten us, scare us, and control us. Well, I'm here to give a message of my own, and I'm saying it loud and clear. Not just to Netanyahu, but to anyone who thinks they can bully Africa. We are not your colony. We are not your pawns. We are sovereign, and we will fight for our freedom with everything we've got. Let me take you back to that moment in Ouagadougou, our capital. I stood before cameras, journalists, and my people. The room was packed and you could feel the tension in the air. Everyone was waiting to hear what I would say. I had no script, I didn't need one. When you speak the truth, the words come straight from the heart. I looked into the camera and spoke directly to Netanyahu. I said, we are no longer colonies. We are sovereign nations. If any foreign leader thinks they can threaten Africa into submission, they are gravely mistaken. The room fell silent. You could hear the weight of those words sink in. But I wasn't done. I leaned forward and said, let me make this crystal clear to you, Mr. Netanyahu. Burkina Faso does not answer to Tel Aviv. We don't answer to Washington. We don't answer to any force that thinks they can buy us or bomb us into submission. This wasn't just about Israel. This was about every nation that has ever tried to control Africa, exploit our resources, or silence our people. I ended with a warning. If you come for one of us, you come for all of us. Africa is not yours to threaten. Now, you might be asking, why did I speak out like that? Why not stay quiet like so many leaders before me? Why not send a polite letter or make a call behind closed doors? Because that's not who I am. That's not what Burkina Faso stands for anymore, and it's not what Africa needs. For too long, our continent has been treated like a place where powerful countries can do whatever they want. They've taken our gold, our diamonds, our oil. They've drawn lines on our maps, split our people apart, and told us how to live. Even after we fought for independence, they kept meddling, using money, threats, or soldiers to keep us in line. But I'm done with that. My people are done with that. Africa is done with that. When I heard about Netanyahu's so-called warning, it wasn't just an insult to me or Burkina Faso. It was an insult to every African who has ever dreamed of a free, proud, and united continent. I couldn't stay silent. Silence is what they expect from us. They expect us to be afraid, to bow our heads, to say yes, sir. But I'm not that kind of leader. I'm here to fight for my people, for our dignity, and for our future. And I know I'm not alone. After I spoke, something incredible happened. My words didn't just stay in that room in Ouagadougou. They spread like wildfire. People started sharing the video of my speech on X, Telegram, WhatsApp, everywhere. Within hours, millions of people had seen it. Not just in Burkina Faso but across Africa and beyond. Young people in Mali, farmers in Niger, students in Guinea, activists in South Africa. They all heard my voice and they felt it. They weren't just listening to me. They were hearing their own hopes, their own anger, their own dreams. In Mali, my brother Colonel Assimi Goïta shared the clip on social media. In Guinea, Madi Doumbouya stood up and said, he's with me. Across Telegram groups, people started using hashtags like, Africa will not bow, and, we stand with Traoré. Those words weren't just slogans. They were a battle cry. They were a sign that Africa is waking up. We're not just a bunch of countries anymore. We're a family. And when one of us is threatened, we all stand together. Sovereignty means something to me. It's not just a fancy word in textbooks. It's the right to make our own choices. It's the right to say who comes into our land, who takes our resources, and who we work with. It's the right to stand tall and say, this is our home and we decide what happens here. For too long, foreign powers have treated Africa like a chessboard. They move their pieces, soldiers, money, companies, and expect us to sit quietly while they play their game. Not anymore. In Burkina Faso, we're taking back control. We're saying no to foreign bases on our soil. We're saying no to deals that leave our people poor while others get rich. We're saying no to threats that try to scare us into submission. And we're not alone. Across the Sahel, Burkina Faso, Mali, Niger, we're building an alliance. We call it the Sahel Alliance. And it's about standing together, protecting each other, and building a future where Africa calls the shots. You might be thinking, Haven't African leaders said things like this before? Sure, some have. But this moment feels different. Why? Because the world is changing and Africa is changing with it. For years we've been told to wait our turn, to follow the rules set by others. But now we're writing our own rules. France used to have a tight grip on countries like mine. They had military bases, controlled our economies, and acted like they owned us. But we pushed them out. Mali did it. Niger did it. Burkina Faso did it. And we're not stopping there. When I spoke out against Netanyahu, I wasn't just talking about one man or one country. I was talking to every nation that's ever looked at Africa as a place to exploit. I was talking to the leaders who think they can scare us with sanctions, bombs, or angry words. I was telling them that Africa is rising, and we're not afraid anymore. My speech wasn't reckless. It was necessary. It was a reminder to the world that we're not just here to survive. We're here to thrive, to build, to lead. And what's interesting? After I spoke, Israel's government didn't say a word. No response. No statement. Nothing. That silence speaks louder than any speech. It tells me they weren't ready for someone like me to stand up and call them out. They're used to African leaders who stay quiet, who play nice, who don't make waves. But I'm not here to play nice. I'm here to tell the truth, no matter who it makes uncomfortable. The Western media barely touched the story. They didn't want to give it airtime because it doesn't fit their narrative. They want to keep painting Africa as weak, divided, and dependent. But we're changing that narrative. Every time someone shares my speech, every time a hashtag trends, every time another African leader stands with me, we're rewriting the story of our continent. We're showing the world who we really are. I didn't set out to become a symbol. I'm just a man from Burkina Faso fighting for my people. But when I look at the messages pouring in from young people, from elders, from mothers and fathers across Africa, I realize this is bigger than me. People are calling me a voice for the continent, a symbol of defiance. They see me standing up to a powerful leader like Netanyahu, and it gives them hope. It reminds them that we don't have to live in fear. I'm not doing this for fame or attention. I'm doing it because I believe in Africa. I believe in our strength, our history, our future. I believe in the dreams of our ancestors who fought for freedom. I believe in the young people who are ready to build a new Africa, one where we don't beg for scraps but sit at the table as equals. Let me tell you about this Sahel Alliance because this is where the future starts. We're coming together not just as neighbors but as brothers. We're building a partnership that says, if you attack one of us, you attack all of us. We're sharing resources, sharing ideas, sharing strength. We're showing the world that Africa can stand on its own 2 feet. This isn't just about fighting off threats. It's about building something new. We want schools where our children learn our history, not someone else's. We want hospitals that save lives, not empty buildings. We want economies that lift up our people, not foreign companies that take our wealth. The Sahel Alliance is just the beginning. I dream of a day when all of Africa stands together. North, South, East, West, united as one. To the leaders out there who still think they can control Africa, hear me now. Your time is up. We're not your backyard. We're not your resource bank. We're not your punching bag. If you think you can threaten us, bribe us, or scare us, you're in for a surprise. Africa is waking up and we're remembering who we are. We're the children of kings and queens, warriors and builders. We're the future and we're ready to fight for it. To my African brothers and sisters, this is our moment. Don't be afraid. Don't let anyone tell you we can't do this. Share this message. Stand up in your communities. Demand your rights. Support leaders who fight for you, not for foreign interests. Together we can build an Africa that's strong, proud, and free. Some people might say my words were too bold, too risky. They might say I'm picking a fight we can't win. To them I say staying silent is the real risk. Letting others walk all over us is the real danger. I spoke out because I believe in my people. I believe in our right to live free, to make our own choices, to shape our own future. If that makes some people uncomfortable, so be it. I'm not here to make friends with those who disrespect us. I'm here to fight for what's ours. We've been made to believe for too long that we don't have what it takes, that we need foreign powers to guide us, to support us, to decide our fate. Well, that's a lie. We've seen enough of that to last a lifetime. Africa has the talent, the resources, and the drive to shape its own destiny. Look at us. Look at the youth of Africa who are waking up every day, filled with ambition, ready to take on the world. Look at our farmers who feed the continent, our doctors and nurses who fight to keep us healthy, our teachers who mold the future of tomorrow. We have everything we need right here. We don't need anyone to tell us how to live, how to grow, or how to lead. The time has come for us to rise, to take control of our narrative and rewrite the story the world has told about us for centuries. And when we do, we won't be apologizing for it. We will be unapologetically African, proudly standing on our own, with our heads held high, knowing that we built this future ourselves. To those who want to keep us in the shadows, to those who think we are just pawns in their global game, we have a message for you. You've underestimated us for too long. We are not weak, we are not broken, and we are not afraid. We have endured. We have survived. We have fought for our independence, for our dignity, and we will continue to fight. Africa is not a playground for you to exploit. It is a continent of power, of pride, of resilience. We will not bow down, we will not cower, and we will not accept your exploitation anymore. The Sahel Alliance is just the beginning, and together we will forge an Africa that speaks for itself, that dictates its own terms, that stands tall in the global arena. We will defend our sovereignty. We will protect our resources. We will build our future. Africa, we are ready to take our place in this world. And we will never be silenced again. Africa, for too long we've been told to accept what is given to us. We've been told to settle for less, to bow our heads and be thankful. But I refuse to accept this any longer. I refuse to accept that we, the sons and daughters of this rich and powerful land, should live in poverty while others get rich off our resources. No longer will we sit in silence and wait for handouts. We will rise. We will take what is rightfully ours. We will build our futures and we will control our destinies. Our resources, our people, our land, they belong to us, not to foreign powers that want to exploit us. We will stand up and we will make our voices heard. Look at the power that lies within Africa. The world may try to divide us, but we are one. We are one people, united by our history, our culture, and our future. We have the strength to rise above the challenges, the courage to face the storms, and the unity to defeat those who seek to tear us apart. The struggles we face are not just ours alone, they are the struggles of our ancestors who fought for our freedom. The sacrifices they made are not in vain. Today we carry their dreams forward and we will not let them down. We've seen what happens when we allow others to dictate our future. We've seen the destruction, the pain, the suffering. But now we have the chance to change that. This is our moment. The moment where we take back control. The moment where Africa stops following and starts leading. We are not waiting for anyone's permission to rise. We are not asking for anyone's approval. We are asserting our rights, our dignity, and our power. This is the dawn of a new Africa, one where our voices are heard and our decisions are respected. We must not be afraid of progress. We must not be afraid to take risks. For so long we've played it safe, fearing what might happen if we step outside the lines. But the truth is, nothing worth achieving ever comes from playing it safe. If we want to truly build an Africa that stands tall, an Africa that commands respect, then we must dare to dream big. We must dare to believe that we can build the future we want, that we can create an Africa where our children inherit a land of prosperity, peace, and opportunity. This is a call to action. A call to every African, from the deserts of the north to the jungles of the south, from the east to the west. This is our time to stand up, to be counted, and to show the world what Africa is truly capable of. We will not be the weak link in the global chain any longer. We are strong. We are proud. We are sovereign. We will not let anyone dictate our future. Together we will push forward. We will work together, support one another, and build an Africa that no one can silence. And to those who still think they can control us, I have one thing to say. Africa is not your playground. We are not your lab rats. We are not your experiment. We are a people with a history, with a future, and with the determination to build that future on our own terms. You've underestimated us for too long, and that mistake will cost you. We will rise. We will take our rightful place in the world. And we will do it together. Africa, we have been underestimated for far too long. The world has written us off, labeled us as weak, as divided, as unable to stand on our own. But every day we prove them wrong. Look at what we've built despite the obstacles, despite the history of exploitation. Look at the resilience in every African heart. Every challenge we face only strengthens us. Every setback only fuels our desire to rise even higher. Our continent is rich not just in resources but in spirit. We are bound by a strength that no foreign power can ever break. We are the future, and the world will see that soon enough. The time for Africa to lead has arrived. We are not just part of the world's future, we are its future. To the African youth, to the dreamers, the builders, the warriors, the visionaries, this is your time. You are the ones who will carry this vision forward. You are the ones who will break the chains of old thinking, the ones who will forge new paths. The world may try to tell you that you are too young, that you are too inexperienced, that you don't have the power. But remember this, the most powerful movements in history were started by those who believed in change. You are the change. Together we will build a new Africa, one that is unapologetically strong, unapologetically united, and unapologetically proud. Ending final. And so, with all the strength, courage, and unity that we possess, we will rise as one. Africa is not just a place on a map, it is the heartbeat of humanity. We are the future. And as we rise, we will not just be seen, we will be heard, we will be respected, and we will be the leaders of tomorrow. This is our moment. Together we are unstoppable.